Opo, good evening everyone. My name is Jan Lawrence M. Ramos together with my group mates Sai Jerome Asis and LJ Galiga. We are students from UCC College of Engineering and we are doing a research po about the difference of technology before and now. First of all po, thank you for coming, for your time, Ms. Carmaine and Mr. Mark. We only have a few questions po for you and you are free to answer them po in English or Taglish. So let me know po when you're ready.
So, po natin simulan ang ating tanungan. Ma'am and sir, can you please introduce yourself by telling us your name, location, age, and your current role in the company where you're working from?
Uh, okay, so my name is Charmaine. I'm an insurance specialist for an online platform company wherein we are engaged in outsourcing, outsourcing our virtual assistant. Yeah.
And I'm Mark, co-worker ako ni Charmaine. I'm from North Caloocan. And I basically manage yung quality assurance and training ng company na pinagtatrabuhan namin ni Charmaine.
So for the first question po, what generation were you born in? Ikaw po, Sir Mark.
I was born in 1993, so pasok ako sa millennial generation. So I grew up during the transition ng analog to digital na technology.
How about naman po yung Ma'am Charmaine?
I was born 1993 si Mark, so basically 2003 ako. Hindi, joke lang. I was born 1974, so I believe that's Gen,
Gen X.
sorry, Gen X. Gen X.
Okay. So, for the second question, ma'am and sir, how would you describe the difference of the technology back in the day and now in terms of transportation, communication, and education?
Well, 1974, I do believe that baka ka-age ko parents niyo, but um, transportation, we still have jeepneys way back then. Jeepneys pa rin naman. And nung nag-aaral ako, wala pa, I believe, ang LRTs na meron kayo ngayon. So, wala noon. And tricycle pa lang and jeepneys during my time. And what else na itanong mo? Education?
Yes, ma'am. Education.
Education. Probably Manila paper. Hindi niyo naabutan yung mga pag nagde-defend ng thesis naka Manila paper. And overhead projector using an acetate. I don't know if you still have that now. Or familiar pa kayo doon. And we use most widely used a blackboard kahit college days na namin. And even when I graduate college and Manila paper kami. Nagre-review kami ng hindi katulad ng meron ngayon that you have your phone, photocopying machine are everywhere. And we only use, I don't know if you still have that now, palagay ko wala na, cassette recorder. We record our review in different review centers during that time. Yeah, communication, during the time na nag-aaral ako, we don't have that cell phone. And the one that they're using right now, ang meron kami nun is talagang landline. And I don't know if you're still familiar or have you used yung telepono na may dial, yung kulay black, na dinadial mo siya ng may 9 digits. I don't know if you're still familiar with that. Or hindi nyo naabutan yun. So, nung mga time na yun, ganon. And the way we communicate with each other is literal na pupuntahan mo ang kaklase mo. Literal na susulat ka at ipapadala mo sa post office. So that's the way we communicate before. And yeah, landline lang. Yep. Go ahead, Mark.
Ayun, so difference ng technology back in the day tsaka ngayon, sobrang laki. Even though hindi naman masyadong nagkakalayo yung taon, pero I can say the difference in terms of number one, yung communication. I would say na yung technology back in the day it was more specialized than integrated. Like for example, kung naabutan nyo yung Walkman is for listening to music, di ba? Meron tayong mga Game Boy for as a gaming console naman. Where in fact, ngayon naman, parang integrated na siya into a single device. I mean, yung listening to music or radio, um, taking pictures or videos, um, doing research, lahat yun integrated na sa isang device, which is yung smartphone. So, ayan. Pagdating naman sa transportation, I think sa panahon ko naman, meron ng mga LRTs, MRTs. I think nagkakaiba lang ngayon kasi mas advanced na yung a-avail ng transportation service sa Philippines. Like, for example, pagdadaan ka ng tollway, pwede ka nang mag-load through any online payment platform para automatically pag dumaan ka dun sa toll gate, they wouldn't need to ask you for cash for payment. And then, ano pa ba yun? Education naman, definitely sobrang laki kasi in my time, we would normally go to the library if we need to go research and study. And we use other manual source of knowledge then, such as yung mga interviews, notes from your classmates. Unlike now, everything is on the internet. May chat GPT pa. So everything um, makikita na sa online and Google can answer almost everything. Ayan.
Hmm. So, eto pa yung next question. So, way back then po, may mga tech problem po ba kayo na dinideal way back then na hindi na masyadong iniisip sa ngayon? Ano po,
Problem.
Miss Carmine?
Tech problem. Um, Probably sa education, um, medyo, um, today kasi medyo advanced na talaga kayo. Like, you can have the information at the tip of your fingers. When I say at the tip of your fingers, you just click Google and then all the informations are already there. So, ang problema namin noon is literal na pupunta ka ng library or gagamit ka talaga ng encyclopedia. Literal na encyclopedia na Wikipedia. I don't know if you're familiar with the 24 volumes ng encyclopedia. I don't know rin kung meron kayong ganun sa mga bahay ninyo, pero bibilin mo siya and then talaga naka-alphabetical siya. Like if you want to research on geography, talagang literal mo siyang hahanapin per book. It's probably a challenge during our time, but um, researching on it is much more how do you say that? Yung mas nauunawaan mo kasi ni-research mo ng manual eh. Not unlike pag nakita mo siya sa internet and then you research on something, pop up na lahat. And mas na-visualize namin na dahil nasa libro. So that's the way we learn things before. Medyo mabagal kasi wala naman talagang internet and dial-up lang ang internet nung college na ako. So, hindi ganun kabilis ang internet. And ang ginagamit namin storage pa nun, hindi nyo na rin siguro naabutan yung floppy disk, yung malaki na disk na may butas sa gitna. So, feeling ko hindi nyo naabutan yon or you're not familiar with that. USB na yata ang inabutan ninyo. But during my time, ano lang siya, malaki yun. Siguro, siguro dalawang cellphone na malaki na pagdidikitin nyo. Yun yung ipinapasok doon sa loob ng CPU. And doon na i-store. At hindi ganun karami yon, hindi ganun kalaki yon. So parang ilang files lang mailalagay mo doon. And that was college days ko na or pag-graduate na ako na. So hindi namin nagamit yung mga ganun technology during the time that we're studying. So ang tanong mo is common tech problem. Tech problem yon kasi hindi naman lahat have the access to internet. Hindi lahat ng colleges dun sa school namin way back then are meron nun. So, depende kung ano yung course mo din bago ka magkakaroon ng access sa mga ganon. Problem during also that time, since wala namang communication na katulad na ngayon na isang tawag mo lang, matatawagan mo ng lahat. Talagang pupunta ka pa talaga sa isang station para makatawag ka. And communication during that time is, ako kung, kung alam niyo yung pager or not, no. Okay, a pager is, meron kang tatawagan na, like for example, kung easy call or that's pocket bell, you will just call them and then magda-dial itong si Pocket Bell or si Easy Call, meron kang maliit na pager, darating lang sa'yo, please call me or we need you ASAP, ganyan. Or one way lang yon kasi marireceive mo yung message pero hindi ka makaka-get back or makaka-call back. Ang gagawin mo, pupunta ka sa pinakamalapit na landline and then you need to call. So, ganun yung communication noon, one way pa lang. And nagkaroon ng innovation nung panahon na ng 1990s, towards the end of parang 1995, 96, 97, 98, when na-introduce ang Nokia 5110. So that's the end of the pager. Doon na naging extinct ang pager. So pumasok na yung mga cellphones natin. And I believe hindi nyo rin naman inabutan yung cellphone na inabutan ko na malalaki, ganyan kalalaki, pangkaskas ng yelo, ganyan kalaki siya. So, 5110 is the most, nung time namin, na pinaka-social na telepono na cellular phone. They call it, pupuuin mo pa kailangan yung cellular phone. And sinasabit yun sa pantalon. So, that's the model lang. Medyo yun ang problem nun dahil hindi naman lahat may access dito kasi nung time na it's very expensive. And ang 5110 nung panahon namin is cost 5,000 pesos nung bandang 1998. So mahal na yon nung time na yon. And education, medyo mahirap din kasi number one, sabi ko nga sa inyo, Manila paper. How would you present a thesis na naka-Manila paper? Gaano karaming isusulat mong, gaano ang karaming pentel pen ang uubusin mo para magsulat, and kailangan maganda, fine, yung pagsusulat mo before you're going to present something to your professors. Tapos talagang bare sound mo lang ng boses mo yun kasi wala namang katulad ngayon ng mga portable na microphones or portable speaker that you can bring to your school. Noong panahon namin talagang stage Zoom ang pagpe-presentan mo kung gusto mo ng magandang presentation. Pero kung wala, talagang sariling voice mo lang. Problem yon during that time kasi wala naman kaming means of um, that's the most that we have during that time. And ngayon you do have a lot of options. For example, in presenting a thesis, ang dami mo nang pwedeng gawin, di ba? You can hook on a TV or PC, yung laptop mo or PC, and then you can just present. So, medyo mas malaki yung advantage ngayon. So, yeah. Yun yung difference and probably naging problem ng dalawang transitions ng mga technology.
Ngayon po kasi may mga PPT na po, no? Kaya madali na rin nakakapag-report yung mga estudyante. And for you po, Mr. Mark?
Ako naman na-share the same sentiment sa mga tech problems ni Charmaine before kasi ako nabutan ko rin yung floppy disk before when it comes to saving mga large files. Sobrang hirap niya na maghanap ng parang portable na storage device like yung ginagamit natin ngayon, yung mga flash drives. Like what Charmaine said earlier, yung mga floppy disk na yan, sobrang bits of sizes lang yan. Mga MB lang. Parang swerte mo na if meron ka ng mga 16, 32 MB na floppy disk na mahal pa noon. Na yun yung gagamitin mo if you need to print out something sa computer shop, yan. And I think yung pinaka biggest na tech problems na common noon, I think yung internet. Hindi ko alam kung nabutan nyo yung dial-up.
dial-up.
So, so sa yung mga internet services, I'm not sure kung meron pa ring copper service sa ano PLDT, pero noon kasi yun ang uso. Yung POT service, yung may telephone tapos may yung internet is through dial-up. So, ibig sabihin, kapag gagamit ka ng internet, hindi mo kailangan gamitin kailangan naka-turn off yung telepono. Kasi same line lang sila, um, yung pinanggagalingan ng signal. So, if you use the phone, mata-turn off ka sa internet, ganun. Unlike ngayon, sobrang accessible. May 5G na, may 4G, may 5G, may LTE. Kahit saan ka halos pumunta ngayon meron ng malakas na signal na pwede mong i-hotspot sa mga devices mo, like sa laptop, ganyan. And pagdating sa internet service, ano naman yan, so meron na ring fiber, yung mga prepaid na Wi-Fi's din, yun, malalakas na rin yung mga signal strength nila ngayon. Ayun.
It is like using technology in your work. Does it make things easier or harder?
Siguro yung na-mention ko kanina, well, kasi nag-start ako magtrabaho, medyo advanced na yung technology sa time ko. So when it comes to uh, manual encoding, kung noon, ganun, manual encoding, tapos printing out yung mga kailangan na reports. Sa time ko kasi, sobrang accessible na yung mga Microsoft Office. Pagdating sa pagmamanage ng data, so may Google Sheet na, meron na rin mga nauso mga softwares na ginagamit CRMs to make the office work parang easier and more efficient. So yun, hindi ko masyadong mako-compare kasi yun nga, nag-start ako magtrabaho medyo advanced na yung technology sa atin.
Okay. Ma'am Charmaine.
What was your question again?
What it is like using technology in your work po? Does it make things easier or harder?
Probably sabihin ko ng it's easier right now. Pero before, ang hanapan ng trabaho, dyaryo. So I don't know if you're familiar with newspaper. So ang job application way back then, after I graduate college, is nasa dyaryo. Yung nagpo-post ng job hiring sa Manila Bulletin. So every Saturday and Sunday, yun yung bulk ng dami ng maraming nagpo-post ng mga companies doon sa dyaryo. And literal, napupuntahan mo yon. Hindi ka tulad ngayon that you can submit your resume via email. Noon talagang pupuntahan mo yung company to check mo yung address if it's malapit sa'yo or not. Then you need to go there directly and submit your resume. At maghihintay ka na lang ng tawag. At yung tawag na yun, sinasabi kong tawag, hindi tawag na cellphone, tawag sa landline. So, kailangan pag nag-apply ka ng trabaho, expectin mo na pag may tumawag, ako na lagi ako nakaabang baka sa akin na yung tawag na yan. Tapos, tsaka pala sila magsisend ng interview. Ganyan. Or sasabihin nila sa'yo, bumalik ka ng ganitong araw, tsaka pipila ka for the interview. So, that's how it is way back then. Medyo mas easier ngayon kasi you can screen applicants ng nasa online and then check their resume and interviews. Ito, pwede gawing Zoom. And if not Zoom, other means, di ba? Pwede mag-Skype, pwedeng Zoom, Viber, WhatsApp na pwede ka mag-video call or check yung applicant. Hindi ka tulad na face-to-face talaga. And then face-to-face din ang interview. So makikita mo literal yung expressions sa mukha ng aplikante mo. Naiirita na ba siya, kinakabahan or something. So marami ka nang pwedeng gawin ngayon kasi you can fake everything na rin. Fake it till you make it nga. Type of thing. Nung unang panahon, talagang literal na mag-a-apply ka. So
Okay.
if it make it easier, yes, it's easier right now. Everything is accessible. Sabi ko nga, information, everything is at the tip of your hands. At literal na nasa tip ng hands ninyo kasi you can just click anything on your phone.
Okay po. So, based nga po sa
Yes.
info na sinabi yung mom and sir. Talagang
Mhm.
technology ngayon is talagang sobrang napadali niya yung sa trabaho,
Yeah.
transportation, etc. So,
Mhm.
let's move on to the next question, sir. What was the internet like when you were younger? Did you spend as much time in online as do people now? So,
Ako muna, kasi wala naman kaming internet nun.
Ako?
So,
Ako ba?
ah, ah,
you ba
ako muna kasi nung time na yon wala kaming internet. So,
Mm.
ano, LJ, what was your follow-up question?
again, what was the internet like when you were younger? Did you spend as much time in online as people do now?
Yun nga, we don't have internet before. So, we're not spending a lot of time on internet. And sabi ko nga, ang internet noon, nasa school mo lang and sobrang konti lang yung time kasi nga hindi lahat may access noon. And hindi siya katulad ngayon na it's accessible. I mean, ngayon, tanongin mo na lang kung sino yung walang internet sa bahay. Lahat meron halos. Kung wala man internet, yung phone mo may internet, 'di ba? So may data ka and all. So may internet ka pa rin sa phone mo. So technically, halos lahat ngayon merong access sa internet. Noon, very limited. So we don't use internet in social media or in getting into friends, lahat ng trabaho mo, hindi siya nagagamit. Hindi siya accessible.
Pero feeling ko po mas fit yung tanong na
Yeah.
to, Mark.
Mm.
Ayun, so
Yeah, kay Mark.
definitely mas marami yung time na I'm spending now online. Compare sa noon na yun nga, sobrang hindi pa accessible yung mga internet um, service dito sa Pilipinas. And I think simple lang yung explanation dyan kasi noon yung internet is for kumbaga kailangan mo ng mag-online noon kasi kailangan mo siya for research or for other important reasons. Pero now kasi you would find people online on their social media accounts kasi for leisure na siya. Ngayon, hindi lang for necessity pero for leisure na rin to expand yung social network nila, to online shop, to go to mga recreational websites, yun, and social media platforms.
I-add ko na rin, um, when it comes to finance din pala, everything is also on your phone, diba? E-wallets. So,
Mm.
literal na hindi mo na rin hinahawakan yung pera mo ngayon. Like, everything is in small SIM at lahat nasa phone mo na rin. So, mga bangko ngayon, ewan ko kung ginagamit niyo pa talaga ngayon yung withdrawal slip or yung deposit slip sa mga bangko? Or are you familiar with that? Kasi ngayon pwede mo nang gawin online lahat, banking, application ng anything. Everything is already on the internet or already on the phone. So when it comes to finance din, and would you believe pati sa palengke ngayon, yung mga nagtitinda ng isda at saka ng vegetables, may nakalagay na code ng GCash or
Mm.
PayMaya. So, kumbaga yung transition ng even yung commerce natin is nagkaroon ng transition. So, it makes life easier kasi number one, less lang yung hold up mo kasi pag may pera ka. Problema mo lang pag na-hold up yung phone mo or na-snatch yung phone. Yeah.
Do you think life is better with all the new technologies we have now, or do you miss the way back things were back then? Why?
Of course, yes, because it makes life easier, di ba?
Mm.
However, there would be pros and cons. Kasi noon, gagawin mo lahat kasi wala ka naman access sa ganito. So, sisikapin mo lahat, nagawin lahat para ma-achieve mo yon. So, ngayon, sabihin na natin parang ginawa na rin nating easier, pero at the same time, ginawa na rin nating tamad ang mga tao kasi everything is um, at the tip of your fingers nga. So, lahat ng information mo nandyan. Hindi, yung pag utak mo, meron naman kasing internet, o meron naman kasing Google, or meron naman ganito. Madali mo na lang siyang ma-access. So, yes, it will make your life easier. Pero at the same time, parang magiging tamad ka na rin. Tapos, syempre, yung pakikipagkaibigan mo, nagkaroon na rin ng transition kasi instead na kami, pag pupuntahan mo yung kaibigan mo, hindi mo matawag, babatuhin namin ng bubong
Mm.
mo. Ibig sabihin, nandito na ako sa labas. Ngayon, di ba, ring mo lang or mag-video call ka lang, you're already with your friend, di ba?
Ako naman sagot ko syempre mas okay yung kung ano yung merong technology ngayon. Pero just like what Charm said, yun nga, there are advantages and then disadvantages ng sobrang advanced na technology. Kasi yun nga, just like what Charm said also, mas convenient siya. Parang everything is accessible from instant communication to online shopping, online payment, the remote working katulad namin ni Charm, connectivity, like staying in touch with friends or yung mga ka-work mo, it's easier. Before, just like what Charm said, yun nga, before if kung gusto mo makipag-socialize, or if you wanna get to know someone, merong tinatawag na pen pal, yung snail mail na yan, yung sulatan. It would take days for the letter to arrive dun sa recipient. Unlike now, meron ng mga messaging apps and it's very efficient na rin yung technology natin ngayon when it comes to doing yung tasks kapag nasa trabaho ka. Ang dami mga platforms, CRMs, mga tools na pwede mong gamitin to make your work easier. And then siguro in addition to that na lang din yung entertainment. So nag-iba um, yung parang recreational activities natin before compared to now. Sobrang unlimited access tayo sa mga recreational contents na available online. And yung mga platforms na meron ngayon like yung YouTube, TikTok, and kung ano-ano pa mga social media apps dyan. I'd say yung disadvantages lang siguro, yun nga, magdedepende siya so as to how we use yung internet. Um, kasi yun, lahat naman ng bagay may pros and cons. Kung hindi natin magagamit ng maayos yung internet now na sobrang advanced na, so maraming risks. Pwedeng privacy concerns mo, you might accidentally, share your personal information online while socializing with your friend. Pwedeng maging over-dependent ka. Tulad ng, I think, common issue ngayon, yung mga estudyante nag-chat GPT, hindi na, you know, pinag-aaralan or hindi na manually nag-aaralan yung topics nila sa school, but they just rely on ChatGPT to research on the topics and generate a report out of it. And siguro dagdag ko na lang din yung distraction. So yun nga, since na-mention natin yung entertainment. Pero yun nga, going back dun sa question, I'd still choose kung ano yung merong klaseng advanced technology tayo ngayon.
Ayun po, that's all na po. So, thank you po for your sharing your experience and thoughts po. It's really interesting to see how much technology changed over the years po, no? And how it's impacted our life in different way. So, again po, thank you so much for your time, Miss Charmaine and Sir Mark.
Thank you din para na-share din namin yung thoughts namin sa inyo. Ayan.